you're looking at is I-70 in the state of Utah. Now we're in a small town called Green River, and where we're at and where we're going to go. Okay, so start over. We just pulled over off the highway, I-70, Interstate Highway 70, and we are in Green River, Utah, and we are about to go check out a missile launching facility. Now, this missile launching facility was called the Green River Missile Launching Facility, Green River Launching Facility. We're going to go to the facility, the government property facility, and we're going to check it out. And hopefully, my friend Pete's going to give you the right history on the situation, and we're going to have fun checking this place out. It's an abandoned Cold War facility right here in Utah. They used to test missiles, the Athena missile, right here. Let's go down there. Let's quit wasting time. Let's get her done. So at first sight, right when we pull in to the gate, we notice that the place is basically facilitatedly abandoned. If we look over here on the left of us, we can see that telephone poles and electrical poles have been completely shattered and knocked down, destroying the fence. And not just that one, but we come over here and look at this power pole. I mean, it just literally collapsed and crushed the fence in totally. So being up here all by myself, it seems a little bit spooky. By the tracks and the trails that lead in here, you can see that this is a heavily trafficked place that people come to check out. Over here, there's an abandoned building. We're going to go check that out in a little while. And then the main buildings are up here. Let's get up there, let's check it out, and see what's going on at the Green River Missile Launching Facility circa 1964 to 1979. I noticed when I was coming in that there were some other buildings over here on this side, and we're going to go check those out. But if you look across the way over there, and I'm talking way over there, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. There's another part of the facility on top of that that mesa, and that's actually on the other side of the highway. So the first thing that we come to as we drive up the hill is a concrete bunker style building, which I'm going to go ahead and suggest that this was the main control center of the whole operation right here. Let's walk over here and look at the conveyor belt style cable housings. I don't know what these would have been used for, but you can see that the cable housing itself, and yeah, that's what it is. This would be part of the facility where the cable structure would come out of the bunker, and then it would travel throughout the facility, the conduit housing. Now, what that was used for, I don't know. I'm not an expert on this place, and I have the vaguest idea of what was actually going on here. I did a little research on the place, and I found that this was the Athena missile complex is what they called this. So this conduit would probably run through all of these sheltered barriers that you see right here, and you can see this track here goes down through there, and it looks like that one is pretty depleted. I see a door down there. We're going to go down there in a little while and check that out and see where that goes. And then there's another building way over here, if you look over there on the hill, and I believe that was called the balancing building, where they actually balanced the missiles and assembled them for testing. So before we go into the interior of the bunker, let's go ahead and check these buildings out here, these outhouses. And I see there's a some type of a manhole right here that's covered with wood. We'll go ahead. And we don't know what that was, but we're going to take a closer look at it and check it out and see. And I see it's got those conduit things coming into this manhole, and then of course a bunch of trash as well. And if we look on the other side of the manhole, you can see where scavengers and thieves have basically stolen all the copper cable from the building. Copper. Look at the cable. Look how thick that cable is right there. It's amazing. So this was a manhole for some sort of maintenance feature of the building itself. And we'll go ahead and cover that back up. I wouldn't want the next explorer to come walking over here and actually fall into that thing. So this room here looks like it might have been part of the electrical system for the complex. And sure enough, that's exactly what it was. And you can see up there, there's a tray that is running on the ceiling for more electrical conduit type situations. And then here's the conduit that goes down in the ground and then over to that manhole. So this was a very intricate type facility and had a lot of electrical stuff going on. It looks like this might have been a bathroom of some sort, with all the porcelain shattered and busted. And then look what we come across right here. Wow. It says that we're bad parents if we voted for Trump. Jeez. So it looks like that might be the entrance to the facility, or possibly another maintenance room. And we're going to be careful as we walk around because there's a lot of ice on the ground here. Another abandoned electrical room. And then we look over here, nothing at all. And if anybody knows anything about this place, please make sure to leave a comment below. I would love to hear what you have to say about it. I'm sure at one time there used to be an exhaust fan right here. Constant voltage generator. So once again, when we come outside and enter the fresh air of Utah, we see another cable tray on the opposite side of the bunker. The bunker is actually inside this hill right here, but we see that the cable tray goes all the way down over there. You can see that clearly. And then the cable trays look like they go all the way down here. And we're going to walk over here to inspect this facility out, this building. I don't know what that is, but we're going to find out. You can tell that this place hasn't been used in years. My belief is that the government probably still owns the property. This is probably still a government-owned operation here, and I would presume that it's probably owned by the Air Force. That's what I would say. All right, if we walk over here to where the cable trays lead to, this is not a building at all. This is another electrical panel facility, but this is an outdoors one. And it leads to this right here. Wow. And then of course we got this, which I don't know what it is. Once again, if anybody out there knows what all this is, please leave comments below. We're going to walk around here. An old light pole. And we're going to see what's going on. So I'm presuming that this was the launch pad. This was the launch pad for the missiles. Look over here. Look what we got. We got some local residents that are a little bit scared of us. That's what you got out here now. This is who lives here and takes care of the place. Right there. So I'm presuming that what we're looking at now is actually the authentic launching pad of the Athena missiles when they tested them. This right here, there would be a turret. I believe that's a turret stand where the missile would actually be mounted to. And there's also, and it looks like people has stolen them. Looks like people has taken them out. There were some tracks in here. Looks like similarities to train tracks. Okay. And this piece that I'm standing on right here, I'm actually standing on a roof. It's a metal roof that goes to the turret. So there was possibly a turret that was right here, and then what would happen is they would mount the missile on the turret, to set it off. And I'm just speculating here from a little research that I've done. So if I'm wrong about that, please comment. I would love to hear what people have to say about this place and what actually really went on here. So as we're outside, we're walking on looks like a runway. And it looks like there used to be some type of a track on each side here where they would use for the missiles. There's a lot of stuff missing out here on this platform, so it's really hard to bear in what actually was going on here. But as I stated before, I think this is the launch pad. This would be the launch pad where they would actually set the missiles off for testing, flight testing, and whatever other testing they do with missiles. Now, if we look at the Torrent area, this is a roof. All right, this is a metal plate that is sitting on top, and I don't know if we'll be able to see in there or not. Okay, hold on. Here's a manhole right here. Here's a manhole that goes nowhere. And there's another, it looks like a vent. This is a vent that goes from here, and it looks like it curves down and possibly goes over here to this metal wall, the container wall. We come over here, and there's some type of a hanger that used to swing. You can see that, and that even goes down into another electrical room. Wow. I'm still convinced that there's actually a room down inside this thing. I'm going to go ahead and try to climb this ladder, and I don't see anything there that would lead to going down under the turret. I don't see anything. But like I said, I'm still convinced that there's something underneath this. There's got to be a way to get in there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and head back up to the main operation building and take a gander in there and see what's going on. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go inside the command center, the bunker of the operation. And once again, it seems that this place is heavily trafficked, meaning that a lot of people come up here. So we enter the compound, and the first thing we see is all the electrical wiring gone. Scavenged. Of course, naturally, you're going to have your typical graffiti on the walls. Cables running everywhere. Look at this this old school neon white. Wow. Here's some wire the scavengers didn't get. And then this operation here was where their computer bank data center was. That used to hold the computer systems probably. This is like an old computer of the 70s itself. No calibration required. Yeah, that's some type of computer box right there. And then also you can see what's going on here. People bringing their guns up here and shooting. Now, I want to ask everybody a question because, I'm just curious. Why would you come to a place like this? There's nothing here, nothing to do, nothing to see, and kick the walls in. Does that even make sense to anybody? I mean, somebody literally kicked the wall on this side here, the inside of that wall so hard it busted that 2x4. That's just, that doesn't make sense at all. That's what you call idiot action. That's what that is. Okay, we're going to take a drive up the road and see where it leads. There's all kinds of little roads that lead to different places on the compound. I would say that this place is probably, with the buildings I saw down there and these ones here, probably a good 100-acre, 200-acre facility. So let's take a drive down one of the roads and see where it leads. I want everybody to look at this humongous structure that we just came across right here. And what this is called a temperature-controlled environmental enclosure. As we walk toward the building, I want everybody to look down here in the corners. And I want you to pay close attention to what the situation is. Look at that right there. What's that? This building, this whole building, is set on train tracks. Remember I told you over at the other turret that there was some type of a train track and we didn't know what it was for? Well, what it was for is these giant buildings. And we're going to walk inside here and take a look at it. And you can see that this structure has been dismantled and completely vamped out as well by scavengers. And this building is possibly, I would say, just by looking at it, I'm thinking that this building that we are standing in right now, temperature-controlled environmental building, and can anybody tell that my voice changed? Look at the thick insulation on these walls, and I'll bet you another $100 that that's probably asbestos. So we're not going to stay in here long. But look at the wheels. Here's the wheels that ride on the track. And this is what would roll. Okay, I'm sure there was some type of conveyor belt or something that would make these move. And we're going to go down there to the end of my Jeep. That's where the turret is. But they would build the missiles in this room, and then they would take this building, the whole building would completely slide. It would drive itself all the way down. And we're going to go down there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that what we're looking at on the walls here is asbestos. Being built back in 1964, I wouldn't doubt it, so we don't want to stay in here too long. So just to give you an idea of how big that building is, you can see here's the Jeep, here's the building. It's humongous, humongous. The building itself would literally, while the rockets were in place and built, it would come down this track right here, and it would go all the way down to the turret. And then they would mount the rocket on the turret, and then once the rocket was mounted on the turret itself, the building would roll itself back out of the way so the missile can be set off. Here's some more of these walls here, the protector walls, I would say. That probably protects all the electrical from the flash and the burn off of the rocket actually taking off. And I want you to look at this pole right here. This big metal pole, look at this thing. Looking up at it makes me dizzy, it's so tall. I don't know what that's for, but I'm sure it has something to do with the rocket itself taking off. So as we walk over here, on the side of the assembly building, we're coming over here, and there's some type of little structure that just happens to be like sitting here, and I don't know what it is, part of the command center possibly, but it looks like a little trailer or something that they put here. And then, of course, there's something right here, some kind of another electrical outlet situation. And they didn't get the wire. Wow, that's amazing. But it looks like there was a pole right here. And it was probably way up in the air because, I mean, look how thick this piece of steel is. So that pole must have been way, way up in the air. And then here's this little building right here, and I don't know what this thing could have been used for. We're going to go over here around the side of it and see what's going on. But I don't know what, I mean, I'm completely baffled by this thing. I don't know what this could have been. Maybe just a room to sit in while they launch the missiles. I don't know. start the balancing facility. And I'm going to go ahead and urge myself to say it one more time. If you know anything about this place, please don't hesitate to leave detailed comments below. I'm curious of how all this operation worked, and I'm sure everybody else watching this detailed video is curious as well. So this is a balancing facility for the missiles, and then they would balance them, whatever that means, I don't know, but they would balance them, and then they would drive them all the way back down that road that we just saw, over that crest, and all the way up to the big building that we looked at, the environmentally controlled, temperature controlled building, and then they would launch the missiles there. The missiles that they would launch here, they were called Athena, the Athena missile. The Athena missile facility. People called it the Athena missile facility. They also called it the Green River missile facility. But how they balanced them, I don't have the vaguest idea. I mean, look at this thing right here. What's going on with that deal? That's just very weird that this pipe is hanging from the ceiling. Okay, I don't think this was I think somebody actually put this thing here, because you can see where they actually busted through the ceiling to put that pipe there. Maybe it's some type of artistic structure that somebody thought that they had to do. I don't know. But I know one thing, we're going to be very careful walking in here. This is like solid ice right here. So I'm thinking somebody actually put that there to make some type of a art form structure. So this place here, I would say this place is actually a little bit dangerous to even be in. The structure looks like it's very, very weak. Here's another one of these cable boxes. So there you go, balanced facility right there. Don't ask me how it worked. Don't ask me why they called it that. I don't know, but that's it. I'm going to go ahead and ask everybody the other question. What do you see on this building that's actually worth more money than the copper that was stolen out of it? I'm not even going to tell you what it is. I want you to leave a message, leave a comment below what you think it is, and what you think is worth more money on this building right here that we're looking at than the copper that was stolen out of it itself. And then to end off the little tour that we got going here, here is one of the authentic original signs of the facility, and it says, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on it, see if we can read that. It says Green River Section WSMRMET and then it says Tran/ASIA. No, ASI. ASI. So there you go. The Green River Missile Facility right here in Green River, Utah. And here's a van coming down here. It looks like he's going to go check it out too. See if I can get him in the... There we go. Looks like he's headed out there to go check it out. He must have heard about it somewhere, somehow. But once again, this is a very popular spot for seizuring and searching for unusual and dynamite things. And that van is actually coming down here. He's actually coming this way. So we'll see who he is real quickly like. And it looks like he's going to turn in here. No, he's not. Okay. They're probably out-of-state tourists that are here to tour. Now, the road that you just saw them on, that actually goes to extreme 4x4 trails. I don't know why they're going up there. There's a lot of four-wheel drive action going on in this area. And all the tracks that you see on the road are probably from four-wheel drive vehicles that have come up here to go four-wheeling. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, searching across America for abandoned, haunted, and unusual places for you to see while you're sitting nice and cozy in your living room watching this. I'm doing the legwork for you. Take it easy. Well, I thought we'd drive up here to the radar facility and see if we can get some bonus footage for everybody, but as you can see, this gate is locked and it's locked up tight. There's 3 or 4 locks on that thing. We're not getting in there, but I do want to show everybody that people do drive in here for some reason. So somebody does have keys to this gate. And if we really wanted to trespass, if we really wanted to, we can basically go through that fence right there, but we're not going to. What I will do though is I'll zoom in. And this looks like the radar facility to track the missiles after they launch them. So I didn't think we were going to be able to come over this way. I actually thought this was on the other side of the highway, but it's not. So, like I said, the facility of the Green River Missile Launch Facility, it's very, very large. I'd say it's over 100 acres. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. And I hope everybody enjoyed the situation that we put at hand. And if we look behind me right there, there's another one of them giant tall poles. I just don't know what that is. It's just weird. Why would that be out here, just randomly out here? If anybody's got any information on this place and gives us the honest to goodness truth about it, comment in the comment section below. Please subscribe and also be watching for other strange and weird environments that my friend Pete might travel to show you, the viewer, that places like this still exist.